So, moving on from what I dubbed as the tick sweeps. Now, I actually wrote these sweeps. This is just something about the internet and how videos work. That video was on the spot. I literally just thought, like, oh, this is a cool little idea. I asked my friends that were in the room at the moment, I was like, just one sec, I'm just going to quickly film this. And that has by far been my biggest video. So, if that tells you anything, put as little effort into everything as you can. No, I'm joking. But Alivari's joining. I have to cut all this. Right, sweet. So, when it comes to the TikTok arpeggios, these ones. Very cool little passage. We love to see it. Very cool. But we are using the basic. Like, why don't we use some more funky shapes? So what we're going to do is we're going to learn a new funky shape, a new funky 6-string shape, and then later after this, we'll learn other inversion shape as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the very similar chord progression. So my idea when doing this was like, you can very much think of it as going like this in terms of like if it was like chords. So we have a 1, a 3, a 6 major, and a 7 major. Obviously, that's flat for 3, 6, 7, but hopefully I can just get away with not saying that, and we'll just all accept it. So, what we're going to look at is what I would call the E minor bar chord shape and the E major. So what I mean by that is if we have an E minor chord that looks like this, then the E minor bar chord shape looks like this. But this is obviously an F. So that's the shape, and then obviously a major shape, you just put that finger down. That's E major. So like if you're thinking about it from a cage perspective, that's the E major and minor shape. So what we're going to do is we're going to start implementing the E major and minor shape into our arpeggios. So let's take that first one, that D minor. And let's add our E minor bar chord to it. Literally the coolest thing ever. Like, there's no splitting tails about it. That is amazing. Very cool and very good. So then obviously we've got to implement our C major bar chord. I thought that string was a little bit out of tune. So that is going to look like this. You can either go. Sorry. Totally up to you. Both are about as effective as one as another. I think if I'm going for speed, I tend to go. It flows a bit easier than that one. Just feels like you're going backwards a bit. And then obviously that's going to be the same for B flat, but just 2 frets lower. Sweet. So all together, what we're going to do is we're going to go D minor, C major, D minor, B flat major. I'll do it relatively slow so we can all see what's going on. All good? Sweet. So that's just introducing some 6-string arpeggio shapes. And just to top the end of this off, attached in the lesson notes, the very last tab on this is called joining inversions. Right. So I'll flash you lot the tab because these are very cool things to know, or very good ideas to begin implementing. So here is our tablature. So if we look at the chord we just learned, that is the start of what we're doing. And then we go to our familiar shape, and that goes like this. Very nice. And Tim, like you were saying, we love a bit of sliding around. How bloody cool is that? So
That's cool.
This is one shape. This is the next. This is the next, and this is the next. And then, oh bloody hell, we've got some cool little things down here. We're going. Who came up with that? That's a cool little line, that. So let me play that for you. So shape 1, shape 2, shape 3, back to shape 1. And then we do our inversions down here. That's the shape we just done. So we got our... And then we end by going back down that shape. I actually don't like this as an ending. I would do definitely, for sure. It's just more classy. It's more refined, more elegant. So now take this idea. Transpose it to A. We got. And so it's just taking that thing we did. That doesn't look quite so big anymore when you go. So it's just taking these arpeggios and getting them all over the place. Because now if you've got like your chord progressions going like D, B flat, C, then you can do like into your B. Oh God, and that kind of stuff. And now you've got these amazing shapes. And you're like, if you whip one of these out at the local guitar, people are gonna be like, you're a wizard. There's no way. This doesn't make sense. Nobody knows chords. Chords are a made-up concept. But as long as you implement them like this, people will be like, very cool and good. So cool. That is some 6-string arpeggios for you all.